Hey guys, so it's me. I told you I would come to you guys in the light, so I'm not in the car on my way to work. So I get a call from my cousin, and my cousin is telling me how he kind of fired his son, but didn't fire his son. And so it kind of it kind of bothered me, guys. It kind of bothered me a lot because I could see it in so many different lights. So first of all, he was like, "So you don't even know the backstory?" And he gave me the backstory using his professional voice. He got some extra change these days, so he's really professional and elevated and all kind of other bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So he's telling me about all the things his son has done not so right, and all of this. I was telling him, well, when it comes to our children. First of all, we have to see what part we played in it. Um, I was telling him that, now we talk about our kids. We're family. And all of it ain't in good light because children make mistakes. But I think for me, what really got me is he was going on and on about, I've given him this opportunity and I've given him that opportunity. And I bought the second business for him and, all the professional shit because he's a professional now. I bought the second business for him. I paid for the courses and I've allowed him to work with this person and that person, and he has the pick of the litter. And, you know, I can't understand why he's not doing well. And, there was a couple times when he did excellent, but, he's just not catching on. And, he smokes a little weed and this, that, and the third. But I'm like, shit, your wife smoke weed, so why are we even bringing weed into the discussion? Oh, well, she has a degree. She ain't doing shit with it. So, I mean, could smoking be her problem too? But we gonna focus on the child. You know what I'm saying? He was like, well, this, that, and the third, this, that, and the third. So, but I reached back in my mind, and for the most, I don't remember him ever telling me a lot of positive things about his son. And I know there's positive because I know my cousin, and he's a good provider. I can't say that we're all good parents because nobody gave us a memo or a book or a course to take for this. I have made mistakes, especially when it comes down to my first. And with the second two, I just got better. But there are definitely some avenues that I should have took that I didn't take, and I will forever just live with that. And neither here nor there. We are not born perfect parents. It comes with experience only. I know people be like, "Ooh, if I had kids, you have no clue what you'll do if you had kids." Period. I don't care how many people you babysit. But anyway, so he was telling me, and I had to stop him. And I was like, two things. When he was doing well, what were the circumstances and the surroundings when he was doing well? And he really couldn't answer me. And that made me feel like you didn't really pay attention to him when he was doing well. Therefore, you couldn't feed him what he needed to be fed to continue to do well. You understand what I'm saying? And then, secondly, I feel like I know you good enough. I feel like even before your son came to work with you, you probably already pre-gamed yourself and the men you worked with against him. Not like, ooh, my son ain't shit, but man, my son be fucking up. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you've already predestined his whole existence at your company before he even started work there. You know what I'm saying? This is how I feel it probably went down. So then every time he did do something fucked up, it was like, yeah, such and such told me he was this type. Such and such said he would probably do that. You know what I'm saying? And then for your son to be a man and for you to speak to him about him to other men whether you felt like he knew it or not, I'm pretty sure that affected him because don't nobody want to be sunned at their job. You understand what I'm saying? Nobody wants to work in your shadow. Nobody wants to work and feel like they are beneath you and everybody you work with. Like I'm pretty sure that's how it went. Like I'm pretty sure. And when I was telling him this, he completely shut down, was like no, and this, so I just cut the conversation because nobody can, students not, teacher can't teach until the student's ready to learn, you know what I'm saying? And he feels like he's the cream of the crop because he has taken our generational line further than a lot of people thus far, you know, successful businessman, been working his whole entire life, so everything he has, I swear to God, he deserves it. But you can't leave your son in your shadow. And you know, it's something about these generational curses because I feel like he's done everything pretty much perfect in life. Like when I tell you I'm proud to have him as a family member, I'm proud to have him as a family member. But I can remember my grandmother, she had a child, and I can't help but to feel like that child represented a part in her life that she didn't really want to associate with or look at or see. So I guess out of survivor instinct or human nature, she didn't really care for that child like she per se cared for the rest of the children. I could say that about my mother as well. I feel like maybe I was a part of her or a part in her life that she just did not really want to associate with. You understand what I'm saying? And to an extent, you know, just to be honest and transparent, because I'm not the greatest in the world, my oldest daughter might feel that way. And I would hope not, because every day I strive to just truly, truly be better. But she always expresses to me that, you know, you treat me differently. In my eyes, I treat you differently because you act differently. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, if it came to the rawness of it all, if you had to look that person, which is yourself, in the mirror, was there a point in my life where it seemed so rough? It just seemed so rough, and I passively aggressively put that onto you. You understand what I'm saying? And this is shit that I'm working on, you know what I'm saying? But at least I can see it. I don't think my cousin sees it, you know what I'm saying? And just to treat your son less than, it got to hurt. It got to hurt. Even though you got him living in this big, beautiful house and he ain't really worried about nothing, it got to hurt because you came from a place of hurt. You came from a place of disarray. You know what I'm saying? And so did my cousin. But on the flip side, my cousin stayed with a family member who shielded and protected him from a lot because it could have been worse. I guess it could always be worse. You know what I'm saying? But his son wasn't really shielded and protected that from that. And maybe that's it. You know what I'm saying? For so many years you wasn't there, and your only love language is do better, be better. I came from nothing, you can come from something. I don't get it. But either way, we got to start loving these kids differently. We got to start loving these kids differently. The other day I came home and I popped off horribly. You understand what I'm saying? But God works in parables in my life. So I got to work, and when we were finished, my boss popped off something horribly and it clicked. You know what I'm saying? Like, mm-mm. No, 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 no. You can't, and that don't mean I'm never gonna pop off again. You know what I'm saying? But God showed me 100%. God showed me, like, yeah, I can make you feel the same way you make those kids feel, and it doesn't feel great. You know what I'm saying? And that's where I'm at in life. Like, not only just doing better for myself, but doing better for my kids, making these videos. Hopefully, somebody is aware, somebody is touched. And if not, hopefully by the end of the year, next year, I can look at these videos and I can see growth in myself, growth in the way I speak, growth in the way I edit these videos, because I don't edit at all right now. I'm still young, YouTube. I'm still yet young, you know what I'm saying? But hopefully it'll be, a different parenting, just growth. Because, like, at 40, I feel like I'm growing more than I've ever grown in my life. And it's hard and it's scary and it's ugly looking at yourself in the mirror. But you got to do it. You have to do it. And I work very hard at respecting my kids. Like, I've told y'all, I don't do that phone gossip tree, none of that. Like, you ain't about to just sit on my phone and, like, I'll entertain you maybe for a second if I feel like you got to get it off your chest. But if you just talking to talk about XYZ, I ain't got time. I ain't got time. So there was a once upon a time, like with my cousin, we would, converse about our kids, but I don't even do that anymore because I don't never want them to feel like I don't have their back. Because, like, I'm the one that has your back, like, hands down, period. And I also, I try to give them even the utmost respect in the smallest ways. Like, when it's time for allowance, it's not like, oh, I don't have it, I'll get you next payday. Sometimes that happens, but for the most, I try to pay them on time because if I respect them enough to pay them on time, they know that they're valuable. You understand what I'm saying? And they know when they get in life, their time is valuable. You gonna pay me for my time. You understand? You gonna respect my time. You gonna respect me, and I mean, small things really matter. I know some people will only sit at a dinner table when they have company over, or certain people will only eat from certain dishes when there's company over. My kids get first respect. First respect. If we eating off a dinner place, it's because we eat off a dinner place, not because you showed up and all of a sudden my kids get an extra privilege. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. So I try to show them the utmost respect. The utmost respect. So anyway, that's me, YouTube. My little drop in the world. I'm going to bed. I'm actually quite tired. But love these kids, respect these kids, and don't be afraid to look yourself in the mirror. Don't be afraid to grow. And don't be afraid just to do the little things. Do the little things. And in a couple months, in a year, you'll see the difference. And if not, you can always go back to being whoever you was before. You understand what I'm saying? But for me, growth is everything. These kids are everything. Family is everything. And drama free is everything. And giving God grace and praise for everything. Because I'm telling y'all, this new area, it's a beast. But I refuse to be sad or ungrateful because I could not have a job. So I refuse to be ungrateful. I don't have the world, but I refuse to act like I ain't got nothing. Like, once that joy is here and inside that family realm, everything else is okay. Everything really just works itself out. You understand what I'm saying? So, anyway, I'm out. Love them kids. Bye.